All right. We're going to tie off this wrap here. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. All right. I'm leaving enough room for the hook keep here, so I'm putting a hook keep down to cover up my tie ends. All right, let me get a little pull through here. Squeaky. Got a lot of tension on there though, so that's why it's squeaking. Okay, so then what I do as just a secondary precaution, because if I accidentally cut my closeout thread, I want to be sure I can catch it. So I put a little bit of masking tape right here over my tie wraps, because I can close that back out if it comes to that. So, and then we just start cutting these threads away. So I had a metallic under wrap under here, so I'm trying not to cut that away, because that's going to give me the height that I want for my hook keep, so it's kind of even with the rest of the wrap. So I don't have to put down too much epoxy. Okay, looks good. So this is going to be where my hook keep goes, and that will be adequate there. So now I'm going to tie it off. You can see where my metallic under wrap stops. So I'm going to look at the top of the rod. This is the top, because it's a spinning rod, and I'm going to try and put my tying wrap to start probably right here on the bottom side of that chevron there, just like right there. So this is going to give me an idea of where I want to start. Not going to worry about that as much. I'm going to leave this tape on here just in case it unravels when I start trimming it. In fact, I'm going to do just another piece of tape. It is bad news when these things unravel. And that tape will hold that wrap until I have to put some color preserver on or something. So I'm just putting light pressure. I don't want to cut the blank. So okay. There we go. That's all cleaned off. And it doesn't look like I trimmed out on my tying thread, so we should be good. We should be okay. So the reason why I do it in 2 stages is because I want to make sure to relieve all the tension on the wrap, because after I put epoxy or CP on, I don't want the wrap to slip at all. So I always put a tie off down. And I'm just using black because I'm gonna go back over it and it's gonna look nicer after it. What I do is I build a little epoxy ramp over this, so then when I put my trim that goes over here, it will look a lot nicer. So that's step 1. See on. Now that my color preserver is dry, I'm going to build a little epoxy ramp. And this is just the first coat. I'm going to be pretty sloppy with it. So I'm going to get 2 milliliters of epoxy here.
No, bro.
2 milliliters here. Okay, then I take my heat gun and we just basically thin out the epoxy so it runs smooth. And that's good, and then we'll let that cure and we'll come back for the next coat.